All right, boys. Yes, I am back in my suit, which means, of course, you know what time it is. It is time for the FFL award show for 2025. But, I know what you guys really want to see. I know what you really want to hear tonight before we get into the award show and all the fun stuff. You want to hear Mio and I complain. You want to hear us crash out. You want to hear me freak out about what happened this past year, and I will, believe me, I will get into all of it, but first, Mio, tell the people how you're doing.
Well, with the Eagles' loss, I mostly just I feel strangely at peace between the season, like the whole football season. I'm just at peace with it now.
Yeah, yeah, it's like it died a peaceful death already. Every part of it.
I don't know. I'm glad my weekends are free now.
Yeah, I felt bad that
There's stuff I liked about this weekend, stuff I didn't like about this season, but
yeah,
I remember the good parts.
Remember the good old days where it wasn't
And
dead.
complain about the bad parts. That's what you're here for.
Yeah, I felt bad. Impervious's jerseys finally came like right. It was like I think the day after the Eagles just lost the 49ers, and I had to deliver him some Kelly Green merch like right after that happened. So sorry about that, Perv. But yeah, I guess
much like with some of our teams, we knew it was going to happen like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I also wanted to mention that I'm in my. You can't see this, Mio, but I have like a floral. I have a floral shirt on under my suit for the award show. That's for all the coaches that got fired that are currently in Cancun. This is my my Cancun Black Monday jersey. So sure, Mike McDaniel's in one of these right now too, having a good old time with a martini or something like that. So he seems like a martini drinker.
Well, apparently right now John Harbaugh has left the Giants facility and is flying to meet the Titans at his house.
Really? Interesting news. Okay. I'm. What's your early prediction for where Harbaugh lands? I don't have one. I feel like I don't know.
I think it's going to be Giants or Titans. No, I really do.
Yeah, Giants makes sense.
I feel like he's in a position where he can basically pick who he wants to interview, and if he's interviewing the Giants or the Titans, then he's interested in the Giants or the Titans.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. Okay, so let's go through first. I'm going to switch over to my big screen here. Let's go through first and just talk about what transpired to end the year and officially give a ring to Impervious. So, week 15 of
before that,
go ahead.
Before that, Anderson had probably the worst.
Oh man,
the worst
true.
End of a season that you could possibly have in Lamarvus.
Dude, the two point loss to Impervious was everything.
And then he just sort of tanked his way into the playoffs.
Yep. Yeah, Lamarvus won a bunch of games at the end of the year.
That's when we should have known. That's when we should have known that there's no justice in fantasy.
Yeah,
that was our first hint. I mean, like, obviously we've been playing this long enough that, like, we know that, but, like, that should have been our first real hint that, like, okay, like, there's no actual justice in the playoffs.
No, like, there's no justice. Not even a little bit. So, yeah, Anderson got completely boned. Shout out to Anderson. So we got to week 15, and so I'll just give you my headspace. At week 15, I got my bye, first year with a bye, and I'm like, you know what? Like this has to be this is the most at peace I will ever feel heading into a playoff with a loaded roster, a great season. I got a bye week. I don't have to face anyone in this week. And I think my week 15 score was pretty dang good too, and I was just feeling like on top of the world at this point. Just watching all you like parasite plebeians, battle it out in the wild card round. So these games are all the loser games. Omlinator, Logan, Kansas, and Darren. But then so we had LaMarvelous and Jason almost lost. I forgot about this. It was 151 to 140. So I forgot that this game was this close. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, I remember it.
Oh yeah, because Pittman, Diggs, Fannin, Kenny Walker, they did nothing. Yeah, ETN had a 30 though. That was crazy. And then somehow 9 had a good game. That's so funny.
Yeah.
So LaMarvelous almost won a game, but then all right, Mio. It's time to talk about who my heart sank when I opened up this game.
Talk about my boy Colby Parkinson.
Well, first of all, Parkinson he's still having a nutty season. He just had another good game. He's been going crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what do you want to say about week 15 here?
You know, historically, Joe Burrow has shredded the Ravens like 50 bombs regularly against the Ravens.
Oh,
like,
man.
He's been their like. I'm pretty sure if you look up Jamar Chase top 10 plays, like 6 of them will be against the Ravens.
Yep.
And he did nothing. I was feeling so good about that matchup specifically. And Joe Burrow did nothing. The reason you get Joe Burrow is so that in a situation like this, you're rolling good.
Oh my god, dude. And then
if he hits one touchdown pass to Chase, like if that stack hits once, then this is a 50-50.
Oh man.
But he does it. He does nothing. And the worst part is like James Cook goes off. Like all these different people do really well. Colby Parkinson saves my season, and then
dude, Colby Parkinson went crazy. But
I picked up Nick Amawari just out. Like I'm pretty sure I picked him up off of.
Yeah, he had a good game. Yeah.
Off of waivers earlier that week, because someone got injured and I forget who.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's like.
Meanwhile, over here, all previous star players just show up.
Yep, Kyron, Puka, Bijan, Dart, Flowers. He had a couple duds, but like Goff was fine. Yeah, I mean, the worst part to me is like it, and I'll talk a little bit about this with my season too. But it's all the guys that like ain't no way you're never gonna trade. I mean, unless it's for another elite asset, you're never gonna trade a guy like Joe Burrow. You're never going to bench a guy like Joe Burrow. You're never going to trade a person like Justin Jefferson or bench them, right? Like these are guys that are just like, these are my dudes, right? And they are the ones just cooking me.
and like 9 had a good game.
Yeah.
And Justin Jefferson scores 3.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, exactly. And Genty, I mean, like, so first of all, can we just talk about how Joe Burrow went up to Baltimore and they lost 24-0, okay? In the same week, Philly stops Las Vegas 31-0. So you have 2 guys at the top here, just there's not a single point on their team in the football game. Holy crap, dude. That's just...
It's rough out here.
How did Chase have 18 in this game, by the way? He had 18. He had 10 catches for 132, and they didn't score a point. Holy crap!
What's his nose? Was it Julio Jones who would like have like 1,300 yards and like 3 touchdowns?
3 touchdowns. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. He pulled a Julio Jones.
Yep. Jalen Warren didn't do anything for you either. Man. Yeah. This is just.
Jalen Warren. Okay. So. I'm down by like 20 going into Monday night. And I get a notification on my phone Monday afternoon that Jalen Warren is downgraded to questionable with an illness.
Mm-hmm.
And he plays this heroic effort. And then Arthur Smith decides, hey, let's give our goal line carries to like Jonnu Smith and starts running like four tight ends.
Yeah.
Like, let's have no running backs with 4 tight ends just because I want to.
The Jonnu end around. Yep. It always comes back. I hate Arthur Smith so much. Oh my gosh. And Drake May didn't have a bad game, but like 20, you're kind of like, man, if I would have had one of those goated like 35, 40-point games from Drake May that week, that would have been nice. He did have a 44-point game in the championship week, by the way.
I can't be mad at Drake May. Like,
yeah, no, you can't.
He's done so much for me this year. Like,
yeah, no, he deserves.
You're allowed to have a
flowers.
below average game.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, if Burrow even has a mediocre 18-point game, like this whole thing is different this year. But whew.
He throws 1 touchdown pass to Chase. And
Yeah.
The whole thing's different. Oh,
Yeah.
Anyway, point is,
You got cooked. The range of outcomes came for you.
Good...
All right, so we move on to week 16.
Also, in the other semifinal, they're eating glue.
Yeah, they are.
Like, I
Yeah.
put up 190 points. That's not like that's not like you're always gonna win, but it's not you're always gonna lose. And you look at the other semifinal, other playoff teams, and they're putting up 150.
150 and 140.
And winning.
Yeah.
And winning, and you're
That's pain.
come on.
So
Just as a side note, I do think it's interesting, even though we have a combined playoff, that our 2 sides of the bracket were still the 2 conferences. I thought that was fun.
yeah, I was I let the kind of
Also,
ranking thing go, and that's exactly how it was anyway.
Also, a shout out to our old division, me, you, and Impervious.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 of us making the playoffs.
Yeah, and we're just always going to be toward the top of the league no matter how I do the league, I guess. It is what it is. So yeah, so week 16 shows up. This game, these are all out, so I think it's just us 4, right? Yeah, week 16, yep.
Yeah.
So at this point, we have a pretty good game between D-Money and Jay Neihart. Now, of course, D-Money, the Lord did not look favorably upon him for some reason this year, because if you remember, the Mahomes injury happened. I forget if it was the end of week 15, or I think yeah, because he had to play Kirk Cousins. Yeah, so Mahomes got hurt in week 15, so he's already down 1 QB. He's putting up a valiant effort in this game with Chase Brown. He owes so much to Chase Brown this year for like absolutely cooking in the playoffs. He had 2 30 burgers in a row, which would have helped in a lot in week 17 if he got there. Kenneth Walker had a great game for Jason. Diggs had a great game for Jason. The CeeDee Lamb thing didn't work out toward the end of this year. Trey McBride's like only dud game came in the playoffs, unfortunately, so a lot of people got bounced who had Trey McBride. But the big deciding factor in this game was Lamar Jackson getting hurt. I mean, this is about a 10-point swing, right? And Lamar Jackson got hurt, and yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what can you do, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to bench Lamar Jackson. Like, even though Lamar was having a rough year, I think Lamar's been hurt and hiding it a lot of this year, even though they keep saying he's not. But man, that's just unlucky. Like, there's no other way to look at this. Like, you.
Also, this is the week Metcalf got ejected mid-game.
Yeah, because he punched somebody, right?
Oh wait, did he get ejected or did?
I forgot if he got ejected, but I know he got fined.
I just see that they're playing Detroit.
But yeah, this was a pretty even matchup. It was literally just the Lamar thing that really broke it. Each of them had a couple IDPs go off. Their QB2s did about the same thing. Chase Brown had a big game. Kenneth Walker had a big game. Like this was This was back and forth. It was literally just Lamar. And now we get to me, okay? So, all right, here's as I try to go. Here, I'm gonna go back to full screen. Okay, as I tried to go inward and find my inner Zen Zach. Okay, I was trying to think, what happened this year, right? And normally my philosophy. It didn't always used to be this way, right? But my philosophy these days has been, I either win when I'm chasing my goals, or I find a way to learn from them. Okay, I find some kind of way to grow as a person when I take my L's. Okay, that's how I look at things normally. But here's the problem with fantasy football. And here's what really irks me. Okay, is like, what the heck do I learn from this? Like I want to run down this with you, okay, Mio?
Okay.
Is there ever a circumstance in a playoff game where you're not playing Josh Allen?
No.
Yeah, so I just have to take the freaking 7 burger on my freaking forehead from Josh Allen. There's nothing I can do about that. Like, I'm not going to trade him. I'm not going to not play him. So the only thing I could do is just eat this on my forehead, okay, right? Gibbs was fine. Achane was fine. Is there ever a chance in a playoff game where you're not playing Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Nope.
Yeah, yeah. So so he has Puka Nacua going for 40. I got Amon-Ra going for 7. And by the way, this is a 7-point game where he had 9 targets. So this is not some like he didn't see the ball. He had 9 targets. It's just this was just a bad Lions game, right? Is there ever an opportunity where you're not going to play Nico Collins in a playoff game?
You'd have to be pretty stacked.
You'd have to be insanely stacked, right? This is a 9-target Nico Collins game against the Las Vegas Raiders, and I like, what am I? So I'm racking my brain and I'm looking at this game and I'm like, what could I have done differently? Well, I would have played Josh Allen. Well, I would have played Amon-Ra. Well, I would have played Nico Collins. Drake London. I mean, you'd have to have like 4 insane receivers or something that are not Drake London to not be playing Drake London, right? 8 targets against Arizona. Drake London, 4 points, right? Travis Kelce, that one's debatable. I mean, he's the tight end 3 on the year, but I don't have a better tight end. So Travis Kelce or Mark Andrews was going to be slotted here in my lineup. I think Mark Andrews had like 4 points.
Like we always say about tight end, like, if you don't got like McBride or Goddard for some reason, became amazing this year.
So here's the guys. We get to the flex, right? So I do an audit of this game. I'm like, all right, well, I pretty much in any situation I'm going down with this ship with Allen, with Amon-Ra, Achane and Gibbs had fine games. Nico, London, Kelce in my circumstance this year. The guys I'm worried about this week are Lad McConkey, RJ Harvey, Jalen Hurts to a degree, because he's kind of been wishy-washy, and then Rico, okay? RJ Harvey has like the best game of the week for me as one of the guys that I'm worried about playing. He has a 20 burger. Yeah. Jalen Hurts has 25, so he's fine. Rico Dowdle did not have a good game. He had 6. And, okay, do I play Parker Washington? Do I play? So, like, all this to say, if I played my optimized lineup, I'm getting absolutely mollywop, shell-shocked, mopped up and down the floor no matter what I do this week with an 11-3 team with arguably, like, the best roster overall with the number 1. Like we're talking about the number 1 QB, the number 3 wide receiver, 2 other number 1 wide receivers, Jalen Hurts. Like I just
2 good running backs.
2 super elite running backs. There's like I should have played Parker Washington, I guess. But even then I still lose, like, by a lot. So I just, like, as I search for things, lessons to learn, key takeaways, all I learned was there's no justice in fantasy football. I went back to the old quote, which is like, it takes a lot of skill to get to the playoffs, and it takes luck to win the championship. And that's the only thing that I could go back to. Josh Allen just completely sucked like the rest of the year. Like 7 points, and then he put up 24 on the Eagles, but it was like all at the end of the game, and like I don't even know what to do. This was just not my year.
The way I've come to accept it is that I think it's a lot like poker, in that there's a lot of different things you can do to help yourself and to put yourself in a good position. But at the end of the day, like, if the other guy hits his cards and always if you never hit your cards, you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
Like you can have a great hand, pocket aces, everything's going great. The other guy hits it straight, you're done.
Yeah, you're
cooked.
There's
nothing you can do.
It's just, it's so upsetting. Like you're right.
Like 3 straight times in high leverage hands, you lost, and nothing you can do.
Yeah, and there's no point in talking about it, but obviously Impervious's team went nutty gobble mode on me. They went 40 from Puka, 12 from Kyron, Bijan 26, Herbert had a great game, Corum had a good game, Goff had a good game. So that was my season, and then I told everyone that I'm the Donald Cerrone of the league, which he was like known as like the guy in the UFC that would always lose to the champion but always beat everyone else, and so he just became like the gatekeeper. And that's me. That's my role now. So obviously we move on to week 17. Perv.
Did you think
Go
that
ahead.
game was over after Derrick Henry dropped the 47? I thought the week was over.
The Perv and Jason game. I was
convinced it was over.
I was like that will take. So ever since I overcame the Jonathan Taylor 50 bomb on a Thursday night or whatever, ever since then I've been like, man, I can't believe that someone could ever come back from a game like that. And I just remember thinking that whenever this Derrick Henry game was going down, I was like, you know what? I mean, he's got freaking Bijan. He's got freaking Puka Nacua. Like, he's got guys on that tier that can go for 50. Fair. And Bijan had 39 in that freaking game. He had 39 pointer. That's so he ended up only being 6 points off. I mean, like, that's now you don't expect that to happen, but I'm like, now that I've seen that that's possible, and to be frank, like the rest of Jason's team just did not care. Like he only put up 183 after a 47-point game. That's crazy. That's and a lot of that comes down to freaking Stafford. Like the fact that Stafford only put up 13 that week, and it was against Atlanta too. Like Atlanta's defense has been more scrappy this year, but I was just so surprised to see them have that much problems with freaking Atlanta, but they did. So, yep. Well, congrats to Impervious. Obviously, amazing year. The
Dart and Shuck decision.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Go ahead.
I would have never done that. Like, you know how you said, like, oh, yeah, like, are you ever going to bench Josh Allen? Like, that's basically the level
dude
of a decision that he made, and it worked and he won.
Yeah.
Which is it's insane.
The fact that he did it twice too, not just benching Goff. So like, all right, let me give you some context, okay? So when this happened, I was at a Christmas get together because Impervious is my brother-in-law, with that side of the family, and he's sitting there on the couch on sleeper, and I turn the corner. I have like some freaking like cookies and Christmas stuff, right? And he's like, dude, I think I'm benching Goff for Shuck. And, like my instant gut reaction was like, why would you ever do that? And then my second gut reaction was like, wait, that might actually be low-key kind of goated if you were to pull that off in the championship. And then I said, who does Goff have? He's like, Minnesota. And I'm like, didn't Minnesota just hold Dart to like 2 points like the week before? And actually I was wrong. It was negative points. So week 16, Dart had negative 0.4 against Minnesota. Like literally the week before. and obviously this is the Flores defense. So like if you get really really in your head about it, you can convince yourself that like, hey, that's a decent idea actually. But like Goff has been solid. He's been double digits the entire year, and he's got a lot of 40 and 30 burgers. This was the only game of the entire season that Goff had less than 10. He had 2.8 points, and he benched him in the championship game to do that. And Shuck had Tennessee, and they're like a JV team. So like that's actually low-key like an insanely smart start-sit choice. But then the crazier one was Herbert. Herbert had Houston. Houston's defense is really good. He actually put up a respectable – I don't even know if respectable is the right word, but like so he puts up the 17-point game.
17 won't kill you.
Yeah. And then Dart goes for 27 because he's like both his quarterbacks were playing the worst teams in the league. They were playing Las Vegas and Tennessee. So, I mean, just talk about like the luck to have those matchups to pick from too. I mean, and then the fact that he drafted both of those guys in the rookie draft last year. So like these are literally guys that he just drafted. 2 quarterbacks to start in the championship game that he just drafted. That's crazy. I mean, like that's how you like home grow it, right? Like he drafted Dart, he drafted Bijan, he picked up Kyron, he picked up Puka, he's drafted Zay Flowers, drafted Tyler Warren, drafted Shuck. Like this is a team that he drafted. Yeah, that's just like that's what Dynasty is all about right there. Is like putting this roster together, and then to make this like. Did you do the math? Does he lose if he doesn't start those guys? I think he does.
Yes, he loses if he doesn't start those guys.
That's crazy. So like that literally was it. Like those sit decisions were the difference between winning and losing this championship. That's crazy. That's yeah, that's wild. I don't know if I would have had the balls to do that, to be honest. That's crazy.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. Maybe like Dart's been good all year, so I could see the Dart one, but the Shuck one, like man.
I mean, Chuck's been getting better all year.
Yeah, he's been solid.
The Saints have been putting it together.
Yeah, I looked back because in my head I was like, Shuck's had some 8-point games and some 20-point games. That's not true. Shuck had one 10-point game to start, but then he's been 23, 10, 22, 20, 22, 21, 27, 20. Like he's been very solid the whole year. I don't know how my headcanon was like messed up, but he's had like one kind of mid game against Atlanta, and that was it. So, yeah, congrats to Impervious. Obviously, great championship win. But now it's time. Unless do you have anything more you want to say about the championship and all that, Mio?
I think it's suspect to get players that's not on your team and use your kid as an excuse for your jersey. But
yeah, I mean that's fair.
The commissioner allows it. I guess I can allow it.
Yeah, I low key went a little off script. I normally like to really stick to my guns on stuff like that, but he's like Zach, I have like all the jerseys I need, and Eli's been wanting a jersey, and can you just get me like a kid's one? And then I was gonna force him. Here's the crazy part. I was gonna force him to get a like IDP Zach Bond kids jersey, but then I couldn't find a way to like do that other than like going super custom and then making the jersey really overpriced. So I was like, okay, we're not gonna do all that crap. So I just let him get the Jalen Hurts Kelly Green for Eli, and I got him a quarter zip to match because it was like half the price. So in total, that was like the same cost as like an adult jersey.
Oh, wait. So the quarter zip was also part of that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because like the Eli's jersey was like
that's fair.
It was like $50. So
that's fair.
Yep. So he got that the matching Kelly Green stuff, and then he got his ring, of course. The 2025 ring looks freaking insanely cool. We're gonna keep getting ones like that. He didn't take a picture of it, but the box actually says FFL on the top of the box, which I thought was cool. I don't remember if I told this on the podcast or not, but the whole reason I named our league FFL was because all of the rings I saw from like freaking Alibaba were all said FFL on the side. so I wanted the ring to say like our league on it. So I just named the league FFL. So
that's actually really funny.
Yeah, so all of like
Does he have like a home office or anything to display
yeah,
this in?
yeah,
Or?
he's got a home office and stuff. Yeah, yeah, I think he has a replica of the Eagles' most recent ring too. Like he's got a ring in there already.
Oh
So
man.
yeah, he's got some cool stuff. So congrats
Pretty
to
sick.
Impervious, and I hope you enjoy the quarter zip. And
Congrats to Eli.
yeah, Eli's got his cool Jalen Hurts jersey, which is pretty freaking sick if you ask me. So yeah, so let's move on to the really exciting part of the evening here. I gotta make sure that I don't spoil anything here, which is the FFL awards for 2025. So I think I did 9 questions, nine categories for this year, and I think last time wasn't I think Lamarvelous was on this last time with us,
Yeah, he was. I remember that.
telling us his predictions and everything. But okay, so let's just jump into it. Let's just see. Did you get a chance to vote, Mio? By the way.
Yeah, I did. I voted right before the
Okay, I'm gonna refresh just to make sure I
I
have all
felt
of this stuff.
I did I felt like most of them were pretty straightforward. Like I don't think most of them were hard decisions except for one in particular.
Yeah, I was thinking that
So-
too. Like this year felt a lot easier to make votes. Like last year I felt like there was more competitive ones, but this year there was a few that were just like very run away with it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll go through each one and we'll see what you think. So, the first category of the year is the steal of the rookie draft. So, let me read out the contenders here for you in case you forget. So, well, the 101 last year, Jackson Dart. So,
111, but yeah.
or 111, excuse me. But that was obviously one of the people that Perv played and then won the championship with. So that's a pretty good one. The 201 last year, Colston Loveland. The 204, Cam Scadaboo, who had a absolute tear. I feel bad too because some of these people like felt like a really good value for like a period of time until they got hurt, and then they like so if you go like to the front half of the year, it was like Egbuka territory. The middle of the year was like Scadaboo territory, and the end of the year was other people. So the 211, Tyler Shuck. The 306, Woody Marks. We had 2 really good hits in the third. And then the 310, Harold Fannin. And I remember Jason, I don't know if you remember this, but Jason, like, I think in the pre-draft was talking about how much he loved Harold Fannin. And then, surprisingly, no one took him. And he ended up going to the 310. So, yeah.
I picked Harold Fannin here just because I felt like anyone could have traded like a bench piece for a third round pick and gotten Harold Fannin if they believed in him, which Jason did. But like anyone could have done that. Like someone like Jackson Dart, maybe you like him, but you're not really in a position. Anyone could have Harold Fannin. Anyone.
Yep. Yeah, everyone passed over him like 3 times basically or more.
Yeah.
I mean,
feel like Chuck is definitely second. Like it's definitely those two. And I can see a case for picking Shuck just because getting like a 1.5-year starter quarterback for basically a third is pretty nuts. But I went with Fannin.
You know what I was just thinking about? Didn't Darren have like 7 or 8 picks in the third round? Mm-hmm. And I don't think he picked Woody Marks or Harold Fannin, like the 2 guys that ended up hitting in that round. That's pretty crazy.
Now I gotta check this.
Yeah. Did he draft Marks or Fannin? I think Jason drafted Fannin.
I think Darren drafted Marks, but I could be wrong about that.
Okay, maybe if he drafted Woody Marks, I'll let him slide then. I'll let him slide. But
draft results. 2025 season. All right.
I gotta know now.
Yes, Darren did draft Woody Marks.
Okay, all right. You're off the hook, Darren. You're good. The fact that you took Marks that's enough. We got one.
Although he did pick.
I know he traded him
Huh.
probably, right? He's not still on his team, is he?
No, he's on Nominators team.
Yeah.
Went to Anderson for Chicken a second. DJ Giddens and Marks went to Anderson for Chicken a second, and then Marks went to Almanator as part of the Josh Jacobs trade.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, drum roll, please. And the winner of the Steal of the Rookie draft is, with 66% of the vote, none other than Harold Fannin at the 310. So,
Oh, man.
So the other two to get a vote, Tyler Shuck at the 211 got a vote, and Woody Marks at the 306 received a vote as well. No one voted for...
I feel like when you say steal, it sort of implies it's a late round pick.
Yeah. Yeah, it implies like the biggest value from where you drafted him and everything. And yeah, so Jackson Dart, while he was a really good value at 111, not as much of a steal as getting Harold Fannin at basically the end of the draft. So congratulations to Jay Neihart for having Harold Fannin, and congratulations to Harold Fannin for being awesome. So, all right.
Believe in this boy.
Yes. Yep. And he did look, by the way, just like on film immediately. Like I remember, it's pretty rare to have someone not just break out as a rookie, but break out. It was like week 1. He had I think it was 10 or 11 targets. It was like instantaneous. Like, oh my gosh, like this guy's going to be an actual thing.
I didn't super believe in him just because I didn't think he was, because I felt like there's too much of a chance that his insane college numbers were because he played for Bowling Green. And
Yeah,
no one
that's
else.
what I thought too.
But
yeah, it turned out that he was just that guy.
yeah, and also he played for the Browns. Were very intentional about giving their rookies a shot this year.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, he already looks like he's gonna be part of that team for a long time. All right, playoff.
And also,
Go ahead.
the thing with, if he's one of the 3 tight ends that matter, then if you get in that club, you're there for a while.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Is to hit on a running back or wide receiver or quarterback is one thing, but to hit on maybe getting the one of the 3, one of the 4 actual tight ends you want on your team at 21 years old at the end of a draft is that's pretty crazy. So, all right, we will move on to playoff performer of the year. So, last year this was just who performed the best over the 3 weeks or whatever. I did not have enough time to go into research all that right now, so I just picked who had the best game of the playoffs. So for this year, we had Kyle Pitts, week 15, had 11 catches for 166 yards and 3 touchdowns. That was nuts. I remember that game. Puka Nacua, week 16, 12 for 225 and 2. Puka was nuts. I think that was that was the week that I played against Puka. Yeah, I remember that now. Yep. That's great. Derrick Henry, week 17. Everyone remembers this game. 36 carries, 214 yards, 4 touchdowns. That was just what the heck, dude? And then Trevor Lawrence had his week 15 where he had I think it was 6 touchdowns, 50 rushing yards, 300 passing yards. And the winner is, drum roll please.
I voted for Derrick Henry.
Okay.
And I expect him to win.
And that is exactly who won. Derrick Henry, week 17. Crazy because he didn't actually end up winning the championship in our league, but he pulled Jason a lot closer than he would have been. That is for sure.
Yeah.
He won with 50% of the vote. He had 3 votes. Puka Nacua was in second place with 2 votes, and then Kyle Pitts, insane week, got 1 vote from somebody. Somebody still has some Kyle Pitts fever out there. So, yeah, shout out to Derrick Henry. Yeah, I mean, that was crazy. Puka, the week 16, broke my back. Thank you for that. Thank you, big dog. Appreciate that very much. All right.
This is the one I had a lot of trouble with.
So yeah, so next award is comeback player of the year. So I'll read out the nominees. You can tell me why you had trouble. So yeah, this is you know what I remember writing this and being like, this is a hard one. So nominee number one, Christian McCaffrey, obviously got hurt last year, was RB71 and was RB1 in our league this year. Matthew Stafford went from QB19, that was a healthy season, to QB3. Chris Olave, unhealthy season, wide receiver 93 to wide receiver 6 this year. And Javonte, running back 31 to running back 11. So yeah, tell me your thoughts.
I mean, I feel like all these guys, you could have told me, like, if you, at the beginning of the season, if you would have told me, yeah, like, their career's done at the end of this year, I could have seen it.
Yep.
Just because Olave has had, like, 3 concussions?
Yeah, he was talking about retiring at 24.
He's like the wide receiver version of Tua.
Yeah. Yep.
Matthew Stafford, like, weeks into preseason, they're like, yeah, he might not play. And I remember picking up Tisnez to be like his backup just because we don't know if Matthew Stafford's gonna make it. Devontae was basically just a guy.
Yeah, everyone was saying it was going to be Jaden Blue season.
CMC obviously has the talent, but there's like to come back from that sort of an injury and still like keep everything explosiveness wise is pretty nuts.
Yeah.
I ended up picking Olave, but I could have picked anyone.
Yeah. I feel the same way you do. I remember the craziest Stafford thing I heard was like, I remember someone saying that he got an epidural for his back, and I was like, I thought that's something only pregnant people got. I didn't even know you could like do something like that for a bad back situation. But yeah, he ended up getting an epidural, and I'm like, I don't know how that helps. I don't like. I'm sure some doctor in LA knows a lot more than I do about that, but yeah, I thought that he was going to be like completely toasted, and then he had like an MVP season out of nowhere. So yeah, so I felt the same way you do. I'll tell you who I voted for here in a second. So drum roll, please. And the winner, comeback player of the year, is Christian McCaffrey. So Christian McCaffrey got 50% of the vote. Chris Olave got 33% of the vote. He got 2 votes. And then Javonte Williams got 1 vote. No one voted for Matthew Stafford. I'm pretty sure I voted for McCaffrey only because I have a weird relationship with Christian McCaffrey where every time I own him, he blows out his knee, and every time I don't own him, he's the RB1. And so I've been like the super unlucky guy with Christian McCaffrey.
Can you tell me next year if you draft him?
Yeah, I'll let you know. I have I have the same relationship with is freaking Joe Burrow. Every time I draft Joe Burrow, the dude dies.
Really?
Yes, I just can never have him. I drafted him this year in the first round in redraft, and he blew up again. I'm the guy that keeps pulling the pin out of the injured guy's knees.
This is your fault.
Yeah, exactly.
This is your fault.
Yes. Yeah, so the Joe Burrow thing is 100% my fault. But anyway, yeah, so Christian McCaffrey, comeback player of the year.
The season died because of you.
I know. Yeah, I just, you know what it is? It's the exciting whites. I get too close to the sun with them, and then and then they blow up. So it's my fault. So yeah. All right, next award. We're moving on to the breakout player of the year. So we have 4 nominees for this one. Drake May, the QB2 on the season. He was the first nominee for breakout player of the year. George Pickens, wide receiver 5 on the year. Jaylen Warren, RB16. He had a much better season than previously. And then this dude, I want to hear your thoughts on this dude. Michael Wilson, wide receiver 13. I don't know what to do with him at all. But yeah, who did you vote for, and what were your thoughts on this one?
I voted for Drake May because I'm a homer. Because I believed in my man since the rookie draft, however many years, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But, and also he's just I think we said like there was a world where Drake May just like stand still, and he
Mm-hmm.
didn't. He became
Oh, dude,
one of the best players in the league.
he looks awesome. He looks very awesome. I was happy to get
Michael Wilson is an man.
Yeah, what do you do with him?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up Michael Wilson's stats real quick because they just don't make sense. Like, why did I search Michael as if I wasn't gonna get 7,000 Michaels? Wait, there's 7,000 Wilsons too. Ah. Okay. Michael Wilson, somehow on Darren's roster right now. Okay. So, what? So this guy, he's been okay in the past, by the way. Like 2024, 2023.
He's been serviceable.
Yeah, he's always been okay. He did cross 1,000 yards somehow this year. The whole season.
Somehow, as if he wasn't.
Yeah, so it all began in week 11, which was probably, if I had to guess, one of the first Jacoby Brissett games, when he had 18 targets and 15 catches. And you're just like, what the heck, right? Like, that's like some Puka Nacua stat line, 15 catches, 185 yards. The next week, 15 targets, 10 catches, 118 yards. Still no touchdowns, but okay, all right. 7 targets the week after that. Then 16 targets, 11 catches, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns. Here's where the touchdowns start rolling in. 11 targets, 1 touchdown, 3 targets, but he caught a bomb touchdown in that game. 10 targets, 89 yards, touchdown. Like, it just kept happening and happening and happening. Obviously, a lot of people would chalk it up to the just weird fact that that there was no Kyler and Jacoby Brissett was just chucking it to Michael Wilson over and over and over and over. There's probably a lot of truth to that. But, like, is he good, or is this just a serviceable guy getting, like, a bajillion targets? Like, I don't even know what to do with this guy. I have no idea. It's really weird.
It wasn't that long ago that the third year was when you expected wide receivers to have their breakouts. Like, historically, that's when it happened.
Oh, also Marv was hurt the whole time too.
Obviously, that hasn't been true in the decade. But, like, I guess, like, Nico sort of had something similar.
Yeah, he did.
To him.
He did. Yeah, it was weird.
I think so much of this is going to depend because we don't know who the offense, like, we don't know who the coaching staff or the quarterback is going to be in Arizona next year.
Right.
And so, like, you sort of want to wait and see, but also, if it's good, then its price is going to explode. So you want to get it before then.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't blame anyone for paying a decent price for him right now.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's a lot more to go on here than there is with, like, some rookie.
Yeah. If you had to take one in redraft next year between Marv and Michael Wilson, who are you taking? That's a toughie.
They're both on the board in front of me as my pick.
This is working hard, right? It should not be hard. It shouldn't be hard at all.
It shouldn't be hard. I think I'd just go with Marv just because.
I would too. Yeah.
I still respect the college team too much.
I'll get down with the ship. Yeah.
But that's why we wouldn't bench Goff and Herbert.
I know. Yep. You see, that's the problem. That's the problem right there.
And, like, maybe we should pick Michael Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah. See, Perv would put Michael Wilson right on the freaking roster, dude.
Be like, wow, this guy scores a bunch of points. I should put him on my team.
All right. Well, let's get to the results. Breakout player of the year. Drumroll, please. It is Drake May with literally all of the votes. Every single person voted breakout player of the year, Drake May, QB2.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I thought someone might go for George Pickens just because I mean George Pickens had a legit breakout as well,
Oh
but
yeah.
but George Pickens I think was known to be pretty good before this year, whereas Drake May everyone was kind of like we're not sure yet, but no, Drake May looks awesome, and his I every now and then I still see that video of his brothers, doing was it the Jordan video, they like remade the video where it was like pretty boy, like you know what I'm talking about? They do this like really.
I don't, but
oh, it's so funny. There's like this meme with
you'll have to send it to me.
Yeah, I'll send it in the group chat later. But they're like pretty boy, a bitch. Like, but they're talking about what they think of Drake May. But it's like a spoof on another video. It's so funny.
Yeah. I think I know what you're doing.
Yeah, that video is amazing. That every time I think of Drake May, that's what I think of. It's funny. All right. Defensive Rookie of the Year. This one, not a lot of choices. One of your guys, that Nick Amawari guy, he made the list. And Defensive Rookie of the Year. So I'm unfortunately have two really hard names. We have linebacker Carson. Is it Schlesinger? Schlesinger?
I think it's Schlesinger, but
yeah, from the Browns. He what round was he from? He was from
he was like second round, I think.
Oh, was he? Okay.
I remember he's like 27 or something.
Really?
And I remember people talking about him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was second round. Okay. All right, so that was higher than I expected.
How old is he? He's like
22. Okay. He's not that old.
I thought he was super old for some reason.
Maybe it's another guy they drafted. Maybe Harold Fannon's secretly 27.
Was he from the Dominican?
That's probably what it is, yeah. Edge James Pierce, that's from the Falcons. And then you got Nick.
Yeah, they traded next year's first for him.
Yeah. And then Nick Amawari. And the winner of Defensive Rookie of the Year.
I'm guessing Schlesinger. I put like 2 seconds of thought into it.
Yeah, I think that's what everyone did. Yeah, Schlesinger won. He got all the votes as well. So that one was also a landslide. Defensive Rookie of the Year is kind of a hard one to lose if you're like the clear and away guy. Like he had like 40 points more than every other defensive rookie. And he just looked the part all year as like a staple linebacker for them. So yeah, he's very good. I think he's gonna be around for a while probably.
Yeah, that's how linebackers are.
Yeah. All right. Defensive Player of the Year. I'll go quick for this one.
Yeah, I think we all know who's winning this one.
Yeah, there's not a ton of suspense I can put you in for this, but one of the nominees is edge rusher Myles Garrett. He did win. I mean, not in real life yet, but he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year in real life. He also broke the sack record. Aaron Rodgers did his absolute best to make sure that he didn't break it against him, so he did get to break it against Joe Burrow instead. Linebacker Jordan Brooks for my Dolphins. I will say the only reason that Jordan Brooks has this many fantasy points is because we don't have a single other person on our team that can make a tackle. So he just...
I mean, that works. That works.
Like, I don't...
It's like in leagues with cornerbacks whenever historically you just had to...
Yeah, you had to get a guy that would get cooked all the time so he can make a tackle. Yeah. There was I don't think a lot of people talked about it this year, which I thought was strange. But so like Rico Dowdle had his like 200-yard game against us. Derrick Henry had like a nutty, insane game. Like every time there was a running back that came to Miami, it was just like an absolute bloodbath. And for some reason, the fantasy community didn't really pick it up a whole lot, I feel like. Because people were still like, why did Rico Dowdle's numbers fall off? And I'm like, they didn't. He just played the Dolphins once. And we can't tackle.
He played the Cowboys too, I think.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It's like
they couldn't do it either.
The two worst tackling teams in a row. And that's where his 200-yard games came. So anyway, yeah, it was a whole side tangent. The last guy to get nominated was Cam Curl. He was the highest scoring DB this year. And the winner is, Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett got every single vote because he's freaking insane. And he just bodied the entire league all year.
I think people are just voting for whoever's first on the list.
Yeah, that's what it is, definitely. Yeah. Oh, okay. So this one, I think this to me might be the spiciest one.
Really?
Yeah. So this is Rookie of the Year.
I can see it.
Yeah. So like there wasn't, I guess to me there wasn't like the clear and away, like that we didn't have our Justin Jefferson to go for 1,010 and blow everybody away, or Odell Beckham, or like an Andrew Luck Rookie Year.
That's true. I still think there was a pretty clear number one, at least in my brain.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I'm excited to hear who that is, because I personally didn't feel like there was like when I look at this list, I see a lot of like equivalent guys. That's how I look at it. But so the nominees are Jackson Dart at QB 14 this year, Trevion Henderson RB 19, Ted McMillan wide receiver 15. Harold Fannin was the tight end 6, Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver 19, and Ashton Jeanty was the RB 13. The other thing we kind of talked about earlier too was like every one of these guys kind of had like, for the most part, like a pocket of the year. Like Trevion Henderson, for the first 7 weeks, everyone thought was a bust or like couldn't play or was never going to get on the field or whatever. And then the back half of the year, you're like, all right, there's that guy, right? And Emeka Egbuka had the total opposite, where like the first 8 or 9 weeks, you were like, this dude is like the dude. And then the back half of the year was like totally different. The like Baker fell off, the Bucks fell off. Jeanty had some like really weird. I mean, he just had a horrible O-line and coach, and like nepotism problem with the O-line coach there. That crap is crazy.
Yeah,
Pete Carroll's son.
Yeah.
So I want to. What were your thoughts before I reveal the results here?
I thought I wasn't by much, but I thought Ted was clearly the best rookie this year. Because I felt like he was the most consistent. I felt like he was consistently amazing. I felt like how do I put this? Like, I don't think there was ever a time when you're like, oh man, I shouldn't have taken Ted.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
He was like good from the jump, and he was good, like consistently good all year, even if other people had higher peaks.
Yeah.
Occasionally, he was always just there and going good.
Yeah, I feel like he kind of flew under the radar a bit, which is weird for a guy that was picked as high as him. Just because I think you're in Carolina, you're with Bryce Young, no one wants to watch your football games because you play for the Panthers. And he did have like, I think he had one spike game the whole year. Yeah, he did. So he had a 29-point game against Atlanta in Week 11 where he had 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. But that was the only big game. But like every other week, he was just like consistently like doing his thing. Like he had some 100-yard games, but they would be like 6 catches for 100 yards, and he'd score like 13 points because of that. Yeah, very, very interesting year from Ted. But all right, drum roll, please. And the winner of Rookie of the Year is, in fact, Teteroa McMillan. So he had 66% of the vote, so he got 4 votes.
Really?
Harold Fannin received a vote.
I can see it.
And Jackson Dart received a vote. So
I could see like Dart Henderson, like all of them except for Jeanty getting votes. Like,
yeah, isn't that crazy that Jeanty was like the obvious one to not get votes this year?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, but
it's just
process was fine.
No, I don't think that Jeanty's a bad player at all. I think it's literally just a Vegas problem, unfortunately. I'm actually kind of surprised no one voted for Trevion. I thought there'd be some Trevion hype. He has been frustrating, like, to have, like, I have him in a league, and he's very frustrating to own because you never know if it's going to be a goblin mode week or a 0 with him right now. So it's because of the situation with the Patriots. But, yeah, I actually voted for Jackson Dart, and I was the only one. just because of how, like, one, he won a championship in our league, so that plays a role. Like he really did the thing in our league already. He definitely didn't have the consistency that the other guys did because he didn't play for like half the year. I'm so curious now that I say that what his points per game ended up being, because I bet you it was pretty dang good. Let's see. Where's points per game? I don't know if I can find it on his player card here. Am I just stupid? Let's see. He ended up playing in 14 games and had 246 points. 9 rushing touchdowns helped a whole lot.
I mean, they count.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. I think to have a guy that can separate as like a rushing quarterback, I don't know. That's a big deal to me. Fannin was definitely, like, all these guys deserved it. But yeah, I mean, Tet would probably have been my second choice on the list. But yeah. All right. This is a fun one. So, Turd of the Year is back. Our second to last award. This is always my favorite one to talk about because it's so funny. We got Brian Thomas Jr., wide receiver 43, after being, I think he was wide receiver 5 last year or something like that. This one's going to hurt. Justin Jefferson, wide receiver 25. Ouch. That just feels like it should not be possible. This is like some Larry Fitzgerald years type crap right now. Jaden Daniels, QB 34. That one hurts too. Like, these, you know what's crazy? These are all like the 3 like LSU boys right here. We got Brian Thomas, Justin Jefferson, Jaden Daniels. All these guys that we normally love to talk about it in a positive sense are all on this list now. And then you got Alvin Kamara.
That's rough.
RB50. Just, I mean, he's probably toasted and roasted, but yeah. What were your thoughts on this one, Mio?
I thought everyone else like. Justin Jefferson, you can say 9 sucked.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, you can say he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Kamara, you can say he's old.
Yeah.
What's Brian Thomas's
I don't know, dude. The Brian Thomas thing has to be the weirdest crap the whole year. It was so weird.
Trevor Lawrence had a career year.
Yeah. And
just like somehow this guy's getting alphaed by Parker Washington. How?
And the Jags are like amazing right now, or they were. I mean, until you know what. But I don't know. Like I think the truth is going to be next year. Because people are still going to draft him in this coming redraft year, right? And people are still going to talk about him in Dynasty because he's 23, he went to LSU, and he had a great rookie season. And he still had showed some flashes of the dude that you knew. So there's only 2 things that could be true after this year to me. Is like, one, there was a bunch of fluky Michael Wilson-esque stuff that happened with Mac Jones, and like that's what Brian Thomas's rookie year was, and that's the only reason he was that good was because Mac Jones would just force feed him the ball. The other world is that him and Trevor Lawrence just like have a really bad chemistry problem, and because think about it, historically, Trevor Lawrence has always been a dump off to the running back, hit a crossing tight end, hit a slot receiver, but like he's never really went to the boundaries a whole lot in the NFL.
That's true.
And Brian Thomas is a boundary receiver, like fully. Like and Mac Jones is a chuck it to the boundary receiver guy.
That makes sense.
So in my head, I'm like, it makes sense why like Evan Ingram would have been getting 150 targets from Trevor Lawrence, but like Brian Thomas wouldn't, because I don't feel like Trevor Lawrence is that great, and he does a lot of the things that like rookie quarterbacks do, which is toss it to a crossing tight end or a dump off to ETN or a slot receiver for 4 yards. So like, I don't know, but like Trevor Lawrence is not going to be out of there. So you have to make peace with this being who Brian, like there will never be like a super productive boundary receiver with Trevor Lawrence. I don't think. So I don't know what you do with Brian Thomas, dude. It's freaking crazy. I don't know. What do you do with this guy? I have no idea.
There was real talk that the Jaguars were looking into trading him, so just hope for that, I guess.
Dude, if he ended up with if he ended up with freaking Josh Allen, holy crap, dude. I'll be so bad. I'll be so in. It'll be like insane.
That's true.
Like he could end up in a really good situation somewhere, but isn't it weird that you have to like trade your breakout rookie receiver on like a good contract? Like I don't know, like the whole. So.
Yeah.
And Travis Hunter, you know what? Travis Hunter is going to eat with freaking Trevor Lawrence, I think, because Travis Hunter can steal Parker Washington's job and do a lot of that slot stuff inside. So I think Travis Hunter is going to be great. Brian Thomas does not. Yeah, I don't know how they make it work, but we'll see if they do.
Anyway, I feel like turn of the year is pretty straightforward.
Yeah. So drum roll. Turd of the year is indeed Brian Thomas. Now that we've talked about him a whole lot, he did receive 50% of the vote. 33% of the vote went to Justin Jefferson, and one more vote went to Jaden Daniels. So Alvin Kamara didn't even get any votes. I think the Alvin Kamara not getting any votes is because no one was really in on him this year anyway.
That's true.
So he can break your heart.
This was probably this was easily the worst season of his career.
Oh yeah. Dude, it has to be. There's no way they let this happen again. Like the Vikings, like they cannot be.
I don't know.
They can't do 9 again, right? Right?
Maybe they will. I don't know.
Here's
who are you gonna get that's better? Who are you gonna get?
Kyler. They have to get Kyler. They have to do
Malik Willis.
Somehow I feel like that might actually be better.
Especially if Dante Moore's staying in school, like. There just aren't that many good quarterbacks.
That's crushing to me. Could you imagine if you're the Jets and you're like, please, 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 God, give me Dante Moore, and he goes back to school because he knows that he hates the idea of being on your team? That's so bad. Oh.
Get ready to learn Drew Aller.
Yep. The Jets are going to end up with someone just – they might end up with 9. Oh, God. Bring Zach Wilson back to New York.
Oh, man. Yeah, Zach Wilson Reclamation Project.
All right, so I think this one's spicy too.
Yeah, this one was pretty rough for me.
Yeah, I had a hard time with this one too. So FFL 2025 MVP Award. Okay, so these are all the guys that you would think of. So we got Bijan Robinson, the RB3. We got Christian McCaffrey, the RB1. Puka Nacua, the wide receiver 1. Trey McBride, the tight end 1. Josh Allen, the QB1. I threw JSN, the wide receiver 2, in there as well because he had an insanely good year. Give me your thoughts, Mio, on these guys.
Well, CMC had an amazing season. I went with Puka just because I felt like the gap from him to the other wide receivers, other than JSN, was just so massive.
Dude.
Or like Bijan, Bijan CMC, you could have like Gibbs or Cook, and it wouldn't be that big of a drop off. Or the wide receivers. And like McBride was sort of like that, but you're also only ever starting one tight end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Puka went absolutely nuts, and he actually missed a game too. And he was hurt. He got hurt, so he missed 2 games. He got hurt in week 6 and played half the game, and then he was out week 7. So the fact that Puka was still clearing away the wide receiver 1 after missing essentially 2 games, that's pretty nuts. I remember early in the year, I just kept thinking like Puka no matter what when it came to our redraft league, and I actually got Puka in the 2nd round somehow. I remember that, and I thought that I had like won the whole league. Turns out that I drafted Joe Burrow in the 1st round, so that was not true. But yeah,
that was rough.
Yeah, I drafted Puka and Trey McBride in that redraft league. 2 of the guys on the MVP list here. and I couldn't do crap because everyone else on my team got hurt. But yeah, I think it also is telling that two of these guys were on Impervious's team, Bijan and Puka, all year, and that's it's not even including like Kyron and all the other guys he has. So yeah,
Tyler Shuck.
Tyler Shuck. So who do you think is going to get this?
I think it's gonna be Puka. It could also be CMC. Thing is, I voted on it, and I'm a huge Puka guy, and you voted on this, and you're a huge Puka guy.
Yeah.
So that's 2 votes right there, and you only need like 3 to win.
Right. Well, I won't waste any more time. And the winner of the FFL 2025 MVP award is none other than Puka Nacua. I'm actually I'm a little surprised. So to give you the breakdown, Puka Nacua, 66% of the vote. He received 4 votes. Bijan Robinson was the only other person to get a vote with 2 votes. So no votes for CMC, no votes for McBride, Allen, or JSN. Crazy that every single vote went to someone on Impervious's roster.
I mean, it makes sense,
Yeah.
You sort of expect the MVP to be on the winning team.
Right. Yep. So I personally think this year the best fantasy asset was Puka Nacua for our league, and I think it'll probably stay that way until Stafford's done. He's pretty freaking insane as long as he can stay healthy. Puka's always a little bit hurt, but man, isn't it? I mean, just to bring it back up one more time as we talk about the Impervious Championship, isn't it just completely unfair to get a guy like this off of waivers for $1? I mean, holy freaking crap, dude! That's just
for him. Good for him.
That was one. You don't even know it, but
honestly,
sometimes $1.
The one that's more impressive to me was Kyron, because he picked up Kyron
and just held him.
Held him the whole season, the whole year.
Yep. Well, he knew he was going to go for 1,010 the next year. Obviously, he knew that. So, yep.
That's so nuts to me. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, there we go. That is the 2025 award show, and really the 2025 season in the books. And now we're moving into to 2026. Any parting thoughts or parting words for the people, Mio?
I feel like my team is at a crossroads, and I'm not 1,000% sure what to do yet. I feel like a lot of teams in this league are also in a similar spot. So
yeah.
I feel like next year we could really see the standings shake up a bunch.
Yeah.
But that's just a gut feeling. We'll have to see what rosters look like.
Yeah,
in August.
I always struggle. I struggle in my zen zone where I don't want to go. I never want to go all in, like in the like trade all my picks for all the players sense. But I always want to be like within the range of outcomes of winning a championship. But I also want to maintain youth, so I'm constantly trying to tier into like I'll trade a AJ Brown for a Nico Collins to get 2 years younger at that position, or I'll trade for Drake London to get a little bit younger from Jalen Waddle, or I always keep moving into the next level of youth,
Yeah.
But what I struggle with is sometimes there's like the guys at the top that are like the CMCs of the world, or the George Kittle until he got hurt of the world.
Yeah.
Like, what do you, as a guy like me, I like theoretically should be paying for those guys to have an even better shot at a championship, but I just struggle with like the future sense of that, because like theoretically I could literally just sit here with this roster and not do anything and be competitive next year.
Yeah.
So I don't. Also, one guy I don't I don't know what to do with is Jalen Hurts right now, just because every single year they're threatening the tush push thing. And shout out to what was his name, Kevin Patullo, who just got fired, right?
Yeah, Kevin Patullo.
Yeah. I'm really happy that he's gone. But I don't. I mean, do they pull in like Cliff Kingsbury? Like I don't know what the Phillies gonna do yet, but they definitely need a better offensive line.
I know that Sirianni and Dable were on the same coaching staff for a couple of years, so like they actually do know each other.
Yeah.
Apparently he's their target.
I could see it. I mean, I'd be okay with that. Just really anybody that can give a little bit of creativity to this Eagles team too, because it was bad. It was real bad. But
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Like part of this was. I feel like all this Eagles team, and I feel like my team is like this too. I feel like it's a lot better on paper than it is in reality.
Yeah. I could see that.
I guess everyone sort of feels like that.
Yeah. Well, at least you still have Drake May, right? That's got to feel good.
Chloe Parkinson.
Dude. Wait, I want to see his lines at the end of the year. How many touchdowns? He hit 8 touchdowns this year. Holy crap, bro. He went nutty mode. That's awesome. Good for him. And he had a touchdown in a playoff game, right? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He had the game winner.
Yes. That's awesome. Well, good stuff. Great award show. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Obviously, leave some comments. Let me know if I should have crashed out harder. I tried not to scream too much in my new office here, but I'm just. Oh, it was a brutal pill to swallow this year. Congrats again to Impervious. We will hopefully meet again in the playoffs, and yeah, let's all get ready for. Oh, let me just say this too. We're definitely gonna do the Appalachian Brewing draft again. I'm gonna try to do up the draft war room for us again, and we'll have good food, good drinks, and everything, and we'll do the rookie draft. That date is it's May 3rd. I put 6 p.m. Eastern. I still have to lock it down with Appalachian Brewing, but last time they said it was free on a Sunday, so I'm gonna just try to reserve the room, and we'll do the rookie draft in there. So, all right, guys.
I will say that with the draft being in Pittsburgh, I would be sort of interested.
Dude, I know.
A group of us go to like round 1 or something.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
We'll have to see. We will have to see.
Yeah, I was debating on heading up to Pittsburgh for the draft. I was gonna do our draft like the following weekend, but yeah. But yeah, we'll see. I think the actual NFL draft is like literally on my birthday. My birthday is April 24th. Let me see.
23rd through 25th. So.
Yeah, so the first round will be like the day before my birthday. So yeah, maybe we can do something in Pittsburgh then. But all right, boys. I will. I'll catch you guys in the chat.
All right, it's been real.
It's been real. See ya.